Hey everyone, it's me again, Chum. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can buy your own domain name, set it up in a hosting account, and install WordPress. So let's get started. For the domain registrar, I use Dynadot. Also, another one you could use is Namecheap, and there's also GoDaddy. They have very affordable domains that you can buy. You can go directly to hosting, but I prefer buying one from a separate registrar because I notice it's much cheaper that way. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to close this Namecheap. You can easily type in here the domain that you want to buy, but let's go ahead and do that in Dynadot because that's where my account is. So let's get started. So first thing you're going to do is decide on a domain name because you're going to use it for a long time and forever if you don't decide to change your company name. So basically, what is a domain name? The domain name is this on the address bar of your browser, which ends in either .com, .net, .org. But over the years, they've been more creative. They have .me, .io, .co. So you could also include your country like AU, PH, UK. So you could be creative, but those personalized domains are more expensive than the typical .com domains. And I do recommend that if you find a domain with a .com, that's much better because people are usually uh, used to using .com, so it will be easier for them to remember your website. That's my recommendation personally. And let's get started. So I have a website that I'm developing with some of my friends. Uh, it's a t-shirt company. We're named NA Hustlers. I want to buy a domain that says nahustlers.com. So you could use the whole name or the whole company name if you want. You could use abbreviations, you could use shortcuts. Uh, you can, if you're a single proprietor or something that's about brand, you can use your name. I think I'm going to buy my name next time as well and redirect that to my business website, but that's for another day. So let's get this. Let's go search if this domain is available. Okay, so here you can see the check mark. It's available, and if not, they will tell you that it's not available here, or it's parked somewhere, or registered in another register. Also, you can find different suggestions here. If .com is not available, you'll see .net, .org. Here, several other extensions. So we have .club, info. So you could be creative if you want, but the most ideal that you want to use is .com because it's more memorable for your customers, visitors. And I want you to take note of the price. This is $8.99 for a year, so it's really affordable. Um, I noticed some from other hosting who offers both domain and hosting, it's usually around $12 or 15, above $10. That's what I mean. You have to take note that the initial payment is $8.99, and renewal here is could be different. So after a year, when you renew your domain, it could probably be much higher, like this one. The initial price is $5.99. Then after a year, your renewal is going to be $10.99 per year. So that's something you need to take note. Yeah, here are a few other examples. We have, wow, just $1, but but renewal is $12.99. So you really need to be careful about picking your domain, and make sure you check the price properly. So it's cheaper the first year, but you may end up paying more for it in the long run. So just be very careful. If the .com is available, go grab it immediately. So some also buy different extensions, then they just redirect it to the main website. Also, that's like people like Facebook.com. They also have FB.com, and that means that if you type FB.com, you'll go directly to Facebook.com because they own the domain. Okay, so let's add this. Here you have it on the shopping cart. You can buy another one if you like, but for this, we're going to continue view to cart. So a domain privacy is that people will not see your information publicly. There's a website called Whois, where people can research your domain and find certain information about who owns the domain. So this can help you be protected, which is great. So here you can pick how many years you want this to be to sign up for. You'll see in the previous page that they have multi-year discount. So what that means is that if you get more than 1 year, if you sign up for more than 1 year, if you register this domain for more than a year, you get more discounts. Okay, so also there's an option to buy a website builder. Um, uh, this website builder helps you to easily create a website that doesn't need coding. This is probably helpful to you if you're new to it. But in this tutorial, I'll show you how to install WordPress, and you wouldn't need any other builder when you're done with this tutorial. So let's get ahead. You can buy, let's check if they have promos here. Promo code. No, they don't have codes. They don't have coupons. So let's get ahead. And so if you want to auto credit, you can also add this. But I don't suggest it because sometimes you end up not using the website or the domain, and you don't know that you're still paying for it yearly, so that could end up costing you. So I don't suggest auto renew unless you really feel that you want this website for a long time. Now let's go ahead, check out. Okay, so here you have payment method. You can sign up, save your credit card info. You can get PayPal, Skrill, or Bankwire. I already have a credit card saved up. Let me just grab my CCV for real quick. Uh, give me a second here. Okay, so I submitted my CCV, my credit card info, and your order has been submitted. Here's the receipt. Okay, that's great. And let's see here, pending order. Okay, I'm just going to go to my domains, manage domains, and let's find if we get any hustlers. Okay, there you have it. So you have registered it today, 5/9, and it will expire next year, 2021. Now, if you have not registered, if this is a domain registrar, so they don't have, I don't recommend hosting here. I have a separate hosting for my websites. I do recommend the two. Personally, I'm using A2 hosting. I use it because I have an option to pay it monthly. I register monthly without no extra setup fee. But you could go to their WordPress hosting. You'll see affordable prices here. See here, $2.99 a month if you only have one website, which I do recommend if you're just starting out. Here's a few more information. So you can check out the full details for each one. But if you just want one website, this one's starting at $2.99 is more than enough. By the way, this is just a starting rate. Usually, this one goes up when when your initial payment is done. So let's try to see. Let's go ahead and check it out. So here, you have an option to try and register a domain. Let's see the price. Um, let's check out what's their price for a .com account. So here, see, Hotel Ohio is not available, but listing Ohio. Let's just check if there's a .com available. Oh, see, it's available, but it's cost more, $14.95. Let's try to compare it here. Let's see their price. Uh, it's just still here. It's still $8.99. It's far. You can save up to $5-6, which is pretty neat. Okay, so let's go back here. So I will select this one. I will use my existing domain and update my name server. Because if you transfer the domain name, you'll end up paying $14.95 instead of $8.99. So let's go ahead and let's go back to my domain. Okay. Let's go back to my domain, my account. Okay, so my domains, manage domains. Here in a hustlers. And here we have Dynadot is parking, meaning if you check the website, this is what you'll see. It's a Dynadot landing page, meaning that this website is not available for sale anymore. It's just waiting for content. So what we're going to do is go to Dynadot parking, and we're going to select name servers. Now here, we're going to copy this and put it here and use this domain.com. So usually, this is what you'll get. So you pay $10.99 for a month. It's a bit higher than paying for a year. Sometimes if you have the money and you think that you need the domain for a long time, I do suggest you buy the highest price so you could save a lot more. Like here, you save $200 for buying 3 years of hosting. They have different servers. You could choose which one's closer to you, which is nice for load speed. And uh, they have auto installation, so you don't have to go through the process of installing your WordPress. Let's check another one, which I highly recommend if you have more money to spare. This one, SiteGround. It's really fast. It helps your load time. It's really good for WordPress hosting. So you can go ahead and get this. So right now, if you decide to get SiteGround, they have this COVID promo here, which you can get the hosting, the startup, this one, the one website hosting for only 0.99, and that's really helpful. But it's only for 3 months. Even if you buy the long term, they only will give you the discount for 3 months, and the rest is their regular price. So let's see. I'll show you this one real quick. So let's see their price. Hustlers.com. No, let's see their price first. Here, you see, their domain registration is much higher. We have Dynadot at $8.99, A3 hosting at $14.95, and SiteGround $15.95. That's why I prefer buying domains in another registrar. You can save a lot of money. So here I already have a domain. I'm just going to show you an overview of their cart. Here you can fill up all the information. Um, this says that you have to pay credit card, but I noticed that you could complete all the information here, and you can contact them if you want to buy or if you want to pay via PayPal. It's really easy for you to contact go to sales chat and ask the agent that you want to pay via PayPal. they will send you a link where to pay if you don't have a credit card, and it's really convenient. They're really accommodating, and one of the best things I found in SiteGround is they have impeccable customer support, which I really appreciate. So here you'll see if you only buy for a month, you pay $3.95 plus a setup fee. That's why I picked A2 hosting, because at the time when I didn't have enough cash, I just paid for $1 or 1 month, and I paid $4.99 for that, which is really great. But here you pay up $20.90 to start, and the regular price is after this month. After the 1 month trial, you'll have to pay $11.95. They also have your 36 months, which I think is much higher. Yeah, it's much pricier than A2 hosting, but they have great reviews. They're number one in hosting right now. Basically because of their load speed, their optimization, their customer support, a lot of good reviews. Okay, so you don't need extras. You just need to buy the domain and pay. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to set it up. I'm using my account. I have A2 hosting. So here you'll see account details. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab this name servers here. So you just go to your registrar, you add name servers, and you type here the type or copy paste all four of these servers. Type it here. I already have one, so I'm just going to select all four. You notice that there's only two, but you can easily add a server. So multiple servers help with your having the distribution and several website servers. So, okay, now that's done. Let's refresh this. Okay, so it's notice that there are no changes. Usually, it takes for a fresh website, it takes 2 to 4 hours. That's what I noticed before. But it could sometimes, if it doesn't happen between 2 to 4 hours, it happens between 24 to 72 hours for your domain to propagate, to be moved to a different hosting, which is okay. You don't really need to wait for it. While this is propagating, you could actually already set up your hosting. So that way, when everything is moved, when the website or the domain is propagated, your files and your domain is already ready, and it's much more convenient that way. So what are you going to do? Here, you log in to your WordPress, or no, sorry, your hosting cPanel. Okay, so cPanel is where you'll find all these data that these applications that you can use for your website. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and under domains, you'll find add-on domains. So these are domains that you didn't register through A2 hosting. So again, if you buy domains outside of your hosting account, you need to add it as an add-on domain. I'm just going to go back here for a sec. I'm just going to explain things to you. You also have the subdomains. Subdomains are usually the ones with the ones that has a text like books.amazon.com. Books is the subdomain, Amazon is the domain, and of course .com is the extension. So that's what subdomains are. Now let's go ahead, and here you have add-on domain. What you're going to do is you type in your domain. I'm just going to copy it. So subdomain. So this subdomain here, don't worry about it. It will be added as for to your main domain and this hosting, because this is a shared hosting. So if people log into your shared hosting on cPanel, that means they'll see every file or every domain that you have. So here's the document root file. You can add folders here. This just organizes your file manager. If you're doing it for yourself, this is simply okay. If you're doing it for a client, you can add clients. I do dev work, so I'll put a dev folder here for testing purposes. Those sort of things. So FTP, don't worry about this. You can add one as you need, but initially you don't need one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I already set up a subdomain. Any hustlers? Let's add ink here. Because I already set up a subdomain for the staging site. That's why it wouldn't allow me. So I just had to change the name a bit. Okay. Now, add-on domain any hustlers has been added. You can now go to File Manager. We won't do that. We'll go back. So you'll see any hustlers is now added here, which is great. Now we're going to go back to our cPanel, and you'll find Softaculous here. This will help you install WordPress and all the other content management platforms. Also, you'll notice that there's WordPress A2 Optimize, meaning they have a bundle that comes with your WordPress installation. We'll get through it in a bit. Okay, now here we have go to install, custom install. Now, HTTPS. HTTP is not recommended anymore. If you want to improve your security, you need HTTPS. You have to install it. I will walk you through it in a bit, but basically you select one here. You can either select HTTPS alone or the one with www, which is not recommended, but some clients prefer it. They're used to it. So for this demo, I'm just going to use HTTPS, and you select your domain. In directory, this one is a folder that is inside your main domain. So it can be the difference here is that, for example, this one subdomain, an example would be books.amazon.com. So it precedes your domain name, while the directory, it's going to be amazon.com/books. So you should see the difference here. So a subdomain is a different folder. It's outside of your domain, and this one, the directory is a folder within your domain. So that's the difference between the two. Okay, so here we'll put NA Hustlers. You could leave this. We can change it inside of WordPress. I'm going to show you in a bit. Here we have admin account. So you need this to initially log in to your WordPress dashboard. Word of advice: never, 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 never use admin. You need something unique, something that hackers won't try to use to log in, that they can easily recognize. If you have a blog, avoid using your username as the author, because they'll eventually know your admin username. So I'm just going to copy this. I won't change it. If you want to change it, you can. So I have here the admin. The password, if you don't like this one, you can type password. Make sure it's really strong, about 12 to 15 characters. You can also generate one. These are suggestions that are very strong passwords. And advanced options. Advanced options, I recommend you updating your database name so it makes it more identifiable when you look at your database. I usually use the abbreviations for the name of the website that I'm working on, a maximum of 7 or 8. You can leave all of this here. So I'm just going to email the installation details so that I don't not forget, I won't misplace it. I tend to do it. And let's install. So this may take 3 to 4 minutes. Usually it's not that long, depends on your bandwidth. Let's see if this is working now. So here this says the site can't be reached. This means that it's not in Dynadot anymore. It's in the process of transferring into your hosting. So that's good. Okay, so congratulations. The installation is done. Now let's see if it's propagate. This means that we haven't installed an SSL certificate yet. Let's go back to our cPanel. Here, go to cPanel and let's search for SSL. SSL status. So this is for the A2 hosting. NA Hustlers. Here we have .com. Check this, and it will auto SSL. Let's see this one, the www. Also for SiteGround, if you're using SiteGround or a different cPanel, they might have Let's Encrypt. It's also easy to use, a click of a button. Yeah, this may take some time, like 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this for now. Okay, we have SSL. So you see everything else is installed as well and activated. Let's see how it looks. You now have your WordPress website.